back to the channel, everyone. I don't intend to be on very long today. A couple of bits and pieces I want to talk about. Firstly, I want to say thank you very much for anybody that's liked, commented, or subscribed to the channel. Very much appreciated. Something to do with this platform. There's an issue with my video. It's still there. Unless you go looking for it, you're not going to get it for yesterday. Long and short of it is, I'm not going to go over it. If you want to see it, have a look, please. Thank you. Couple of things I want to talk about today. Firstly, yesterday I was at my wit's end, couldn't be bothered talking to Daniel Farke about his comments after the game. I didn't want to deal with his platitudes and his bullshit, to be fair. So what I decided to do was just knock off, try and chill. But I've obviously seen the stories we've all seen, like the different managers. A couple of managers have come out, one manager specifically has come out of nowhere. Royce or something. Royce, ex-RB Leipzig manager, Salzburg. You know, he's at a couple of teams in the Bundesliga. Decent pedigree there. Likes to play a 4-4-2, 4-4-2 diamond. That might work for us. Considering we're scoring 0.91 per game. You know, we need something to give, and that may be the case. I've seen other people talking about other managers, and we'll get into that, but right now I don't really want to go into it. What I want to do is quickly touch on why I'm sort of thinking Daniel Farke sort of has to go. Without going into the game, I'm not going to go over the whole game again. We can talk about it from now to the cows come home. We all know what the problems are in relation to that game. A blind man can see what the problems are. As we talk to by a lot of content creators, a lot of people online, on X, on YouTube, on all different platforms. But whenever you cannot score and you cannot keep a clean sheet or defend, you're going to create problems for yourself. We have scored 6 goals out of our 10 goals that we have scored this season at home. We've scored 4 away. This is where it gets concerning. We've conceded 5 goals at home. We've conceded 15 goals away. We're conceding away from home, we're conceding. There's on average more than 3 goals per game in our away games. That can't be sustained. We're way over what people can talk about. Different stats or talk about Daniel Farke. Would you have taken this position at the beginning of the season? Would you have taken it? Absolutely would have taken this position at the beginning. We all said that, listen, if you want to stick to that, if you want to stick to those principles and that argument, we're going down, and we're going down in a blaze of glory. We are going down with a whimper. With this man in charge, we have nothing. We are tactically inept from the sideline. His in-game management is clueless. His actual team going out. No, I don't think that the players know what they're doing. Through no fault of their own, I lay that squarely at the feet of Daniel Farke. Squarely at the feet of Daniel Farke. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that our players are confused. They're confused. We are continually playing a 4-3-3. We are pushing players into a 4-3-3 formation that does not suit us. It doesn't suit us. It doesn't make sense. We can talk all day. We can talk. I have stats right in front of me here. I can scroll through all the stats, and I can talk about the amount of goals we concede, when we concede them. Listen, I'll give you a quick one here. The vast majority, I said the other day on one of my streams, the vast majority of goals we concede in the second half. And if people doubt me on that stat, 12 of our 12 of our goals that we have conceded this season, 12 of them out of the 20, that's 60% of our goals have come in the second half. Tell me, are we unfit? Are we losing the mentality? What is it? Something doesn't sit right. Daniel Farke has got this wrong. There's something not right here. Men not running after the midfield runners. Our three midfielders, Ampadu, Stack, Longstaff, not one of them follow him. People can talk and dig out Bijol. They can dig out Rodon. They can dig out Perry. What the fuck are they meant to do when there's 3 and 4 runners coming at them from the wings, from the centre of midfield, and they've a striker to deal with? I think Bijol can do better with the Gibbs White header. I do think he can do better. However, he doesn't mark Gibbs White. Gibbs White's a 10. He's playing in the 10. Forrest started out in a 4-2-3-1. He's in that 10 role. He's there to back up the striker. Why is he ghosting in and allowed to waltz into the box? Where's our number 4 sitting? This is continuous. So either our players are not switched on, it's a mentality thing, or Daniel Farke doesn't have them fit enough, or they're simply not good enough, which to be fair, defensively, I don't agree with that. What I do agree with is this point. If you continually play a 4-3-3 and your number 9 is continually isolated up front and you have to go long because 4-3-3 doesn't suit us, we don't have any dynamism in midfield, nobody that can really take a touch and turn on the half turn and move into space, and you're having to go long, and Nemecha or DCL are up front, and the closest man to them is 20-25 yards away. That ball's getting swallowed up by, not just for us, by any team that we've played. And that ball's coming straight back at us. So our defence is continuously under pressure. Continuously. To me, it's a no-brainer. I'll give you an example here. Our average, we've scored 10 goals, and the average time of our goals is 36 minutes. That's in the first half. In the 36th minute. The average conceded for us is 53. 60% of our goals are getting conceded in the second half. There's something not right. What pisses me off, though, is we have to score 2 goals to even have a chance to win a game under Daniel Farke in the Premier League. We have to. It's not good enough. We don't have a striker capable of doing that because we're not playing the formation that gives the striker an opportunity. If you played a 4-2-3-1, for example, he's an extra body there to help him. If you play a 4-4-2 diamond, like I said, Royce played, he's got maybe 3 bodies in and around him, a lot closer, that can help him. Imagine taking the game to someone rather than sitting back and worrying about what they have. If you've Dan James and Noah Okafor and Willie Gnonto, why not take the games of these? There's so many teams in that league that are not great. Burnley, Wolves, West Ham, Fulham, ourselves, Forest, that's the bottom 6, the current bottom 6 in the league. And we've lost 3 of our bottoms against the bottom 6, us being 1. So 3. We've lost 3. We've won 2. Unconvincingly. The West Ham game, I think in all our 5 minutes, and at what ended the draw, we ran out. We capitulated, handed them the impetus in the second half. They just overran our midfield. To me, it stinks. It absolutely stinks. We're currently sitting on 11 points. We're joint with Fulham, because Fulham are shite. We're a point above Burnley, West Ham, and then we're 2 points ahead of Forest. Thankfully, after the break, they've got difficult games. But our run of games from now, let's be honest, from now until the 1st of January is difficult. The next 8 games that we have is very difficult. So my point is this. The 49ers have to do something. They cannot sit on their hands. If we wait 8 games before we do something, it's done. We will be adrift. We may be adrift along with Wolves come the 1st of January, but we will be adrift. We have to bring somebody in that can play in a way to get something out of these players. These players are decent. Some of these players are very good. They're international players. Okafor, he's falling out with the manager Switzerland, but he's an international player. Dan James, international player. Gudmundsson, international player. Bijou, top drawer against England for Slovenia. A top, really good defender. One of the best defenders in Italy. Why are we criticising him? Why is it okay to criticise the players, but not the manager? Why are people coming out still defending the manager after that sheriff shite yesterday? I come on here hoping not to actually kick off because I wanted to be more constructive. But the fact of the matter is we are absolutely piss poor. We are absolutely piss poor. And to be fair, I want to get into... I'm going to leave this now. I'm going to move on. I'm going to try and get into the Daniel Farke comments after the game. And the fact... You know what? I'm going to start out with the fact that it's excuses. Typical for Farke. Right, so pulled up a couple of comments here and I'll touch on them because it really pisses me off, like some of this stuff. When I've seen some people saying Forest weren't that much better than us and all that. Forest were a completely different animal to us. Let's not beat about the bush here. Forest were streets ahead of us in every department. We couldn't compete. The first comment that I actually read about Daniel Farke, I can't listen to him. I read the comments. I can't listen to him. I've tried to. I just switch it off. He is making my blood boil because whenever you're looking back in history to 2 seasons ago and last season and trying to curry favour with some fans this season, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. And whenever he turns out and says this, it's quite normal that the fan base of Leeds United is emotional. I have addressed this. I'm going to tell you something, Daniel. I'm sick to the back teeth. You're a patronising bastard. As I say, you take our support for this club for granted. We pay the money. We pay the hotels and the flights, the accommodation. We put the hours in watching. We put the hours in the days in travelling. We work during the week. We go to escape at the weekend. It means something to us. When you're gone, we'll be here. And you will be gone. And we are emotional because this is us. This is our life. You can go to Mönchengladbach. You can go to Russia or wherever you were. You can go to Norwich. It's a job to you. It's life for us. Are we emotional? Yes, we are. And with reason. You're failing. You failed. So this is what pisses me off, Daniel. He went on to say, everyone was doubting after each loss last season and we ended up with 100 points. Everyone has a right to be a bit critical. We've conceded 3 goals in the last 2 away games. We could have made our life more easy with some points, that's for sure. We have to return to our best behaviour in terms of defending like the start of the season when we were really good. Was Arsenal at the start of the season? Was it not the second game? Did we not lose 5-0? Is that my mistake, Daniel? Never let a glove. I didn't expect before the season started and with how the transfer window turned out that would be an easy, smooth ride this season, never in danger. So, excuses. Excuses. With the way the window turned out, You have brought in a number of players. A number of players. You let Willie Gnonto go and Mateo Joseph. It was your decision to do that. Would they have started? Probably not. But could they give something? They could do a lot better than Brendan Aronson. A lot better. We have 11 points in 11 games. The points average we need to stay in this league. We've never been in the relegation zone. Daniel, are you watching the same football we are? Because what are your tactics? Explain to us what you are trying to achieve. Explain to us what you are trying to achieve. Could have been better, if I'm honest. In my dream vision, we cruise easily. And now it's all a bit tighter, but it's not making us panic. The outside world we can't influence. We're quite calm. We had a difficult run of games with 3 of the last 4 away. We know we're a bit more likely to win our home games. Daniel, we have lost 5 out of 6 away games. 5. We've scored in 2 games away from home. In the first half yesterday, we had 1 shot. It turned out to be a great goal. We had 1 shot. You have no game plan. The thing about it is, he's making a big mistake of the referee at 2-1. The only one in the stadium who saw the foul and stack it. It was a foul against him. They put a long ball in and they scored. But he's not telling the whole truth there. They put a ball in. Who scored? He had a number 10 on his back, Daniel. Where's our midfield? Where's our captain? Where's our number 4? Why are we always conceding 1 to 2 goals in the second half of games? Why did you put a left winger on at left back? We were in the game at 2-1. You do not help yourself, Daniel. These comments drive me mad. As I said yesterday, I can understand Bijol for stack or for strike for the natural balance. But Jack Harrison at left back over, I would argue, being one of the best left backs in the bottom half of the Premier League. Make it make sense. It's excuses, excuses, excuses. The fans patronise us again. We're an emotional bit. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, and rightly fucking so. I said it, and I said it before. I'm going to say it again. It's easy to win a game when you have the best players in a league and your manager's not really good tactically. Those best players will pull you out more often than not. More often than not. Like the last game of the season last year to win us the league. 1-1 against Plymouth. Who pulled it out? Manor Solomon. When? The 91st minute. We don't have that luxury this season with this manager because our group of players, it's natural. It's the latter. We do not have the best players in the Premier League. So we have to gain edges from the sideline, from the touchline, from the intimidating atmosphere of our emotional club. That's why we have an intimidating atmosphere. Because we are emotional. And we do get it. And we do love it. You don't get it. When Bielsa came to Leeds, we were languishing at 15th in the league. 15th in the championship. We were nowhere, mediocre for years. Run into the ground countless times. People stripped us. Bielsa brought heart back, hope, desire. He got it. You don't. You just don't get it. You don't have the connection. It's safer for you to go, Daniel. You won't, but you have to, for our sake and the club's sake. There is a number of people linked to our club today, and I am hoping and praying we go out and get them. Mancini, he's free. He plays a 3-4-1-2. He'll play a 4-2-3-1. Royce plays a 4-4-2 diamond. He can play a 4-2-3-1 as well. You see the list. I don't want Brendan Rodgers. I don't want Steven Gerrard. I don't want Corbyn. Corbyn second bottom in La Liga. But at least he'll change something up. He'll play to the strengths of the players. He might put 3 at the back and go naturally balanced defence. He might do what Sunderland did against Arsenal, go 3 at the back with 2 wingers or 2 fullbacks and play a 5-4-1 on counter-attack and maybe get something out of the game. He might have a plan. I'm not saying I know who's better or who's the right man for the job, but right now, anybody's better than this shit. I am hoping the 49ers come out and tell us that they've got rid. I would like to think the 49ers have got their finger on the pulse. I'm going to tell you something as well. People saying Jurgen Klopp and all that, it's not happening. However, with Royce, he has worked for Salzburg, Red Bull. He's worked for Leipzig, Red Bull. He's won titles at Salzburg. He's won cups at Leipzig. People can diminish his credibility. He's won German cups and super cups over the likes of Dortmund, Mönchengladbach, Bayern Munich, big teams. He's won. We just need to survive. With this man, these next 8 games, we're not picking up a point, never mind surviving. We will go down with a whimper. He has to go today. I will be back on, but I want you to please, if you enjoyed this, sorry for another fucking breakdown. Please, if you liked it, give me a like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I'm hoping that this platform doesn't mess me about on this video today. But so, I said one word after 30 minutes or something that they didn't like. It is what it is. Thanks for watching. Marching on together, and as I said yesterday, we will be here through the ups and the downs, as the song says, on, on, on.